Yo, what's good YouTube? It's boardzy, and in this video I'm going to be talking about some new products, the Waizowl Cloud Ultra and the GLSSWRKS Zane. And it just feels like these videos are exceedingly rare, where there's actually new stuff on the market to talk about. So as you can tell, this is an ultra fast glass pad. It comes with these Ghost Glide skates, which I find very good, very quiet, and they also do add a little bit of control and like a textured feeling to the surface, which is otherwise just a very floaty, fast, low initial friction surface. Definitely does play quicker than the recent Skypad that dropped. I will compare it, but the edges, it's just very similar all around in terms of glass quality and design, but I do like this surface a bit more just on the arm, and if you are somebody who does prioritize like having the fastest glass pad, maybe this is better. But, with the new Skypad VA5, it's very clear that there's a greater sense of like control and just dynamic friction when you move the mouse around. Things feel a lot more open, like quicker initially on the Zane. And it's not to say the new Skypad doesn't have speed, it's just the characteristics are different and there's complete smoothness. Like when you press down, you don't get any added texture. And yeah, the Phantom is another glass pad recently released. It is insanely fast, but it does play into the textured aspect a lot. And what I noticed is sometimes direction swaps, they do feel a bit scratchy, and I feel like that is a feature of the surface, but the Zane does play a bit more into smoothness. But I do hate this design, like it's the elephant in the room. I thought anime girls were a bad look, but anime guys, it's somehow even worse. But surface alone, I actually do think it's very impressive, but it's not something I'd use. That's really the best praise I can give a glass mouse pad. I know it drops in like around a week. I don't know what the price is going to be. I mean, it's been said before, I'll say it again, comparing top tier glass pads at this point is really splitting hairs. This is a good surface. It's a glass pad that seems high quality in all aspects, but if you have a glass pad already, I really don't think it's going to make you a significantly better player. I know designs do factor in a lot on this market, like limited availability, but I'm pretty sure like once a good surface comes out, it usually gets thrown on a few pads. So if you've been holding out on a glass pad between like this, the Skypad, the Phantom, and it sounds appealing to you, I'd say maybe consider the drop, but it's not something I am widely going to use myself. I do notice a good amount of wobble on the Waizowl Cloud, but really everything with dot skates, I don't have any issues at all, so that's more of an indictment on this mouse, which I will cover. The Waizowl Cloud Ultra, a lot of people are asking what this mouse is. It obviously has this paint splatter effect, and it does look great. It also has ultra wideband tech. It's the first mouse to have this tech to move away from the standard 2.4 gigahertz channels that all wireless mice use. And this is something that I've been familiar with through Spark Microsystems, but I've never seen it implemented on a mouse yet. And I will be honest, like while there's a technical case for it, you cannot notice a difference or any type of improvement, at least on the current like firmware, current implementation of it compared to top of the line tech from other companies. This is not to say that feels like a lackluster implementation, but for other reasons, I don't think the Waizowl Cloud is really the best like medium to large sized claw grip mouse on the market. I mean, yeah, I reviewed the Cloud over a year ago. It's available for under $100. That's really not what's innovative about this mouse. The low energy, ultra wideband tech is what matters. And yeah, this tech offers improvements to power consumption, lower click latency, lower motion latency, better polling rate stability, less resistance, or more resistance to wireless interference, because you're just really not on the same channels as all of the other devices. So it's promising, and it does seem like the next generation of mice will be featuring this tech, but this first implementation, they do talk about a scheduled firmware update to make it feel even better, but we are talking about a matter of like 150 microseconds of click latency. It's like the days of gigantic performance gains. Like current wireless tech is really good, and it's just kind of the fact of the matter. Speaking of current wireless mice though, like I am waiting, I don't know if I'm getting sent the new Endgame Gear mouse. I'm waiting on the new Vaxi mouse. So I stopped getting mice early, except for Waizowl. Shout out to them for letting me get the Cloud Ultra with the ultra wideband tech a bit early. So while I can't say this like Mog's Razor performance wise, I'm going to take the opportunity to be on the right side of history by being a ultra wideband truther though. So that is what I will say. Just the Cloud in general though, as a mouse to launch this on, it's just not one that I like. In my opinion, it is just a far worse XM1 in the hand. Like both, like it's very close to the SteelSeries Sensei, and the XM1 is kind of an offshoot. It's like a more modern design. It's just so much nicer. The Cloud, the click grooves, the lack thereof are one issue for me. It's kind of hard to see or feel until you have the mouse in hand, but there's also like these lipped edges on the side that make it very, very weird for me to place my fingers, and it's all around just a very like kind of palmy, old-fashioned style of shape. The XM2, much better shape for claw grip in my opinion, and something like the Viper V3 Pro is just a better mouse in my hand. But I've kind of never been able to stand the Cloud shape for actual long-term use. And now on the Ultra version, it also comes in at 61 grams as opposed to the mid-50s, which it was previously. And it also is like kind of noticeably front heavy. So yeah, for me, these small grievances and just knowing I don't like the shape historically make it something that's not going to be in my rotation long term. But quality wise, this unit does feel solid. You can refer back to my other Cloud review, but it does come with that like 5-gram increase. Obviously the promise of the new tech, but it's not like this is going to be the only mouse to launch with it. I presume as we get closer to the end of the year, we will see multiple mice with ultra wideband tech pop up. But I mean, as is always the case with anything new, there are going to be like growing pains. The first implementation is not going to feel as good as the final. Wow, I just came up with that on the spot. I'm sure it's been said before. But yeah, I don't have to say anything more. That's going to be all for this video. Like and sub if you enjoyed. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. And any video ideas or requests, let me know. I mean, this scene, good God. But yeah, peace out.